Well, you just thought I was going to do a toy review in my bedroom here, but this time I'm going to do it in the computer room for the second time because remember I did the video which talked about the very hot February? Remember, it was like 20 degrees in February this year? But today in this video, I'm going to do a review in the computer room because I'm actually going to do something a lot more different compared to what we had in most days where I usually do toy reviews throughout my whole bedroom. And I think I could literally do this one coherently. But anyways, I'm going to show you one product here. It's this one here. It's this product here. It's a flip-flap Origami Flapping Birds British Wildlife Collection toy. It's a Bird of Prey, Brawl and Buzzard trial pack. And look at these buzzards. They look pretty ticked off. Imagine if I was that buzzard. Mind you, I would have been smiling like that. To be honest, that buzzard on the right bottom corner here looks like it's smirking. But anyways, looks pretty nice, isn't it? Look at these buzzards. And there's also all the other birds of prey that I actually haven't encountered in real life, like these barn owls. I've never seen real barn owls before. And also the short-eared owl. I've never seen short-eared owls. Like, I've actually encountered buzzards, but I've also encountered kestrels like this. Maybe on the trip to Swansea, I've actually encountered a male kestrel that actually hovered right over, let's just say, on top of my family's car here. And it looks pretty nice. There's the anatomy on how to flap these birds, which is ubiquitously very common in many flip-flap origami flapping bird toys, as always, as per usual. And look at that barn owls. Just look how grotesquely mean-looking these owls. They just look intimidating, and so does that short-eared owl. And one thing I can tell you about these owls is that they make you just want to stare and stare and stare and stare. Actually, I might go ahead and come and do the unpacking because I'm very curious on what the birds are going to be looking like, or should I say raptors or birds of prey. Oh yeah, let's take a look at this one here. This is a short-eared owl because I can tell by the looks of it. It's interesting. I think it's the way owls are designed in the flip-flap universe. And it's quite funny, rarely enough, because of the fact that flip-flap tends to prefer birds which have more a flocking sort of gregarious, sort of monogamous behaviour compared to solitary animals like various birds of prey, I would say, I suppose. It looks very nice indeed. Owls are actually quite rare in the flip-flap origami flapping bird universe. There's the name short-eared owl. It looks more like eerie owl. I'm pretty sure it looks more like a letter A than a letter D. I don't know why. But anyways, without any criticism, this yellow eye feature looks very, very punctual. It looks very nicely detailed. I actually enjoy it. And now let me try and handle with the buzzards here, because what can you say about buzzards, apart from the fact they're very, very common? Okay, this is what buzzards tend to look like in our country. They tend to be brown like that, but it can also have this very interesting white detailing pattern with a grey line right over there. And I think it's very common to have this sort of plumage. I think I noticed different variations of this bird, but I think this is the most common of all colours. Brown with this at the back, with white at the back, and a grey line on the rear as well. It looks much more very attractive if you actually think about it, I suppose, eh? I do love the very interesting eponymous effect of the buzzard. This one here, it may look familiar to me because it's a male kestrel, because if you look at it, it's orange on the top, but it's grey and white on this section here. On the bottom, of course, there's grey wingtips like that, which is very, very, very nice. I actually enjoyed I would love the details on this kestrel. I actually enjoy it so nicely, and I actually think it's such a beauty when you just look at this. Oh wow. This Flapping Bird toy surely does have a very nice impact on me. Oh yeah. And I did a jump cut because I was actually trying to find where the barn owl is, but here is one of the juvenile kestrels here. I can tell it's a juvenile kestrel because it's got the bar on the tail there. It's got the black bar on the tail there, as you can see. It's very reminiscent on many juvenile birds having this bar-tailed feature, but I think you can also find that in adult common buzzards. Same with this one here. They're not buzzards, they're just juvenile kestrels. Sometimes I think it's very interesting to say I rarely ever see kestrels in flocks, which is very interesting to say that. I suppose, which is very, very nice. And finally, look what we have here. This is the barn owl there, and it's got the very weird, evil-looking red eye here. It looks quite very strange, isn't it? And it doesn't look too bad in the way it flaps. I actually don't mind it for the fact it's a very nice-looking toy, and to be honest, it's got grey feet. I actually love this detailing. I mean, it does have a very realistic feature. It almost looks like a buzzard with a brown ruff on it, but it's actually a barn owl. Although in my head, to me, it looks more like a vulture. Nevertheless, I would say these toy flapping birds, or should I say flapping raptors, as what their names are suggested, which is basically the nickname for a bird of prey, they look very cool indeed. Surely, you know, I would say the buzzards, they do look simplistic. I mean, they're not as bland. I mean, they do look a little bit bland, but they're actually very, very, very stunning looking birds. I mean, buzzards are not the easiest birds to find, but they are definitely the most common of all raptorial birds on this, I would literally say they are the most common of all raptors in the UK, which is very important. I've seen red kites, I've seen peregrine falcons, I've seen hobbies, and I've actually seen a couple of merlins, only one merlin in winter time, which is amazing. I've seen loads and loads of other birds of prey, which is quite amazing. And I could tell you what, I've also seen a couple of sparrowhawks, only one sparrowhawk to be encountered. I've actually encountered 1 to 2 sparrowhawks. I've actually encountered them twice, singularly, if I can remember that. And to be honest, this toy video has actually gone short and shaft, and I'm going to have to jump cut for a while because I'm about to sneeze. Well, I'm actually just going to carry on from now on. You thought I was going to sneeze, but no, I wasn't going to, because I could just realise in the way I'm just making this whole silly video on YouTube. And I can tell you what, the whole attention spam data is very shocking on my YouTube system. Even though I don't have that much subscribers compared to any other YouTuber on earth. It's such amazing to just take a look at how much people are just getting on with me. I feel like I can guarantee to you it's going to be very tricky for people like me to be on the site. And I think it's actually very hard for me to make videos to get... I mean, it's actually quite easy to make these types of videos, but one thing I'm struggling to say is that without Facebook, I won't get the amount of subscribers like I would literally find on every single YouTube channel. Anyways, I think I'm sort of saying it in a very nice way, but anyways, I think that's it for this video. You can give this video a like, subscribe for more videos on YouTube, and as always, thanks for watching and bye for now. Oh, stop press, what about if we repackaged the product a lot more neater and a lot more prudent? Well, there it is. Much neater indeed. Okay, bye.